What's good, y'all? Fats here with another banger. Today I got a special video, a little anime discussion type shit. Today I'm bringing y'all the top 3 worst anime fan bases, dog. Hey, it's gonna get a little controversial. I have 3 animes that I think are the worst fan bases in anime. You know, I have simple exclamations for all of them. You know, this kind of be a short video, it's just gonna be me saying it. I just want a disclaimer. I love all 3 of these animes so much. One of them is in my top 3, one of them is in my top 8. One of them's in my top 15. Like, I love all of these animes so very much. They're all classics, all goated animes, all changing the game animes, all amazing animes. They're all amazing animes. I love them so much. I am part of their fan bases, but the thing is, man, I'm not biased. I get it. I give credit to other animes where other animes is due. I'm not biased, you know, like that's the main thing, bias. Like, I'm not biased, I don't lie on the anime, or on another anime because I'm trying to protect my anime. I'd be honest, but I still know which anime I like better. Like, it doesn't take away from anything else, but I'm honest about it. That's the thing with me. All my videos are authentic, they're honest, I say the truth. I don't defend my anime that I like more in specific ways because, you know, because I want to defend it. I don't lie on their names, you know, I don't lie on other animes' names because I'm trying to defend my anime. That's what a lot of these fan bases try to do that I'm about to mention. So, I'm gonna talk about number 3. I don't even think this is a bad fan base whatsoever. It's not. It's just for one main fact. At number 3, I have Bleach fans. Only because they think that their anime is the greatest of all time, which it is not even, and not even close. It's in my top 8 of all time. Bleach is so different. It's one of the greatest of all time. It's in the big 3, okay? Class in Year Blood War arc looking like maybe the best arc of all time in anime right now. Maybe gonna compete with the Chimera arc and some of these other amazing arcs in anime for the best of all time. I just don't. The Bleach fans just think that their anime is the greatest of all time. That's the only knock I have against them, which is why I have them at 3, because it's just that's so far from off. It's so far from off. But Bleach is amazing. I love Bleach. I have literally no complaints with Bleach other than it's not the best anime of all time. Anything else a Bleach fan says, I agree with. I agree with anything else they say. Their plot is amazing. Their fights are amazing. Their characters are amazing. Their villains are amazing. Their designs are amazing. The animation is different in 2022 with the Bleach, Class in Year Blood War arc. Everything, it's fire. It's one of my favorite animes of all time. It's just not the greatest anime of all time, which is what Bleach fans like to say. So, at number 2, like I said, it's gonna be a little short video. I got my explanations for them real quick. I got My Hero fans. I think this can all be agreed on. Also, you know, My Hero fans are just like they're just biased. They're just biased towards their anime. They want to defend their anime like it's perfect. They want to defend Deku like he's the greatest main character of all time. Meanwhile, think about it. I used to be a Deku hater. I used to not like Deku, and now I love Deku. I completely changed my mind. I think Deku's an amazing character. I think Deku's a GOAT, a legend. But he's not. He's still ain't a top 15 main character of all time. He still ain't a top 15 main character of all time. They want to say he's the best. They want to say they have the best plot, world building, power system. I don't agree with any of it. I love My Hero. It's a top 15 anime of all time. Top 3 new gen of all time. Probably top 5 new gen of all time. At least. We react to it weekly. It's different. It's one of my favorite. It's straight peak fiction. It's changed the anime world. It's gonna be a classic once it's all said and done. It's a classic in the making. It's one of the best. It's just these My Hero fans think it's the greatest new gen of all time. They think they have the greatest characters of all time, greatest power system. They think they have the greatest everything. It's just not true. And they try to shit on every other anime. They kind of shit on Black Clover. Like they try to shit on Attack on Titan. Like, dog, what are y'all talking about? Those are the classics with y'all being a classic. You know, like you gotta give respect to like its side. Like the new gen big 3 is probably AOT. If you consider AOT new gen, which I do. My Hero and Black Clover, and then My Hero wants to shit on Black Clover and AOT like they're not new gen and shit. Meanwhile, I mean, when you think about the big 3, right, they try to shit on each other too. So I guess it's what it is, but it's just not true. It's just not true, because honestly, me personally, I like Black Clover and Attack on Titan more, but that doesn't take anything away from My Hero. I think My Hero is a peak fiction classic. You know, I think it's amazing. But I just don't, you know, My Hero fans just want to shit on everyone else, and, you know, think that their shit is perfect in every single way. It just, it's you know, I'll give y'all that your anime is amazing, and yeah, but you're not number 1 in anything, to be honest. You're not number 1 in power system, because that goes to Nen. You're not number 1 in characters. You're not number 1 in plot. You're not number 1 in fights. The animation in season 6 isn't, you know, but I'm not the type to complain about animation at all. So I'm not gonna even say that. I take that back, because I keep it real. Okay? So I'm not even gonna say that. But just according to people that care about animation, what they've been saying. But we don't go off what people say. We go off what NBA Facts says, and 13, and I say animation isn't a problem. So I'm not even gonna mention that. But it's like I said, I think that the fans are just a little, you know, a little biased. That's all. And number 1, the worst fan base in all of anime, the most biased fans to live. It's in my top 3 anime of all time. One of my favorite animes of all time. These fans are the worst fans in maybe all of fan bases. These fans, I mean, they are biased. They don't bring up good points. They just care. They don't care. They don't, like, they just are biased. That's it. Straight bias, man. And it's One Piece fans. One Piece fans are by far the worst fans. I think that everyone that isn't a One Piece fan can agree on that. They just say, all they say is peak piece, peak piece. They don't even back it up with, like, certain stuff. They don't want to talk about their pacing. They don't want to talk about their pacing, man. I don't know why they don't want to talk about their pacing. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, why do they not talk about their pacing? They are biased towards any character in the show. Like, especially towards Zoro. The Zorotards out there are, they're bad. The Zorotards are bad, man. They are bad. Zoro, I mean, when he's not fighting, he's not doing anything. That man is boring as fuck. No development, no nothing. I mean, he's a cool character. I do like Zoro. Like, I say this with One Piece being a top 3 anime of mine, with Zoro being a top 10 Toggerist of all time for me. What other character? They want to shit on Sanji, but Sanji's goated because they're Zoro. They're both in the Straw Hats. They're both the Toggers. There's no main Toggers in the show. You know what I mean? Like, it's the Straw Hats, and like they do have the GOAT in Luffy, obviously. So the Luffy fans, I'm not even gonna get on because I think Luffy's the greatest anime character of all time. I really do, and that takes a lot to put him over Sasuke and Light Yagami. But I do. I agree with that. I mean, they just want to say. I mean, they'll just do anything. They don't like. They know they don't have an S tier villain, yet they'll still say this. They know their fights aren't as good as Dragon Ball and Naruto's, but they'll try to, and Bleach's, but they'll try to put it like in that thing. Meanwhile, they're just biased about it. Like, they're just biased about it. They know that their arcs are paced really bad. They know that time skip is way better, but they don't want to. They just don't want to admit it, man. They know that their show, like, it's like every 10 episodes they get moments. Like, and then it just, they have bad episodes. Like, that's the one thing about One Piece. Like they had, like, bad episodes with, like, they lead shit up, and then, like, when you're leading shit up, it's just boring. Like the episodes aren't really doing anything. It's just really the pacing. It really is the pacing and the biasness towards the characters, But, they do have a lot to defend. We gotta give credit where credit is due. They do have a lot to defend. I mean, they have one of the greatest animes of all time. Obviously, they probably have the best plot of all time. They probably have the best world building of all time. Even though, if you want to say world building, I kind of feel like one of the most underrated world buildings in all of anime is Dragon Ball, because I call Dragon Ball planet building. I call Dragon Ball planet building and timeline building because, they have great timeline, great the planets they travel to. So if you want to say world building, I don't know what you mean by world. I don't know if you mean planets. I don't know what you mean by that, but we'll still give One Piece the credit on world building, right? We'll still give the One Piece the credit on world building. Obviously, they have one of the best character casts of all time. It's just sometimes they probably might have the number 1 character cast of all time. Of course, it's very close with Naruto in my opinion, and Dragon Ball too. But I'll put Dragon Ball third, I think. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I have to really think about it, but I think. But they defend their characters like it's like they're the best ever. Like, no, there's a lot of better characters in certain ways. They're villains. They don't have villains compared to Dragon Ball, Naruto, or Bleach. Right? They don't have fights compared to them, but they want to act like it, And, I mean, but like I said, we'll give them what they have to defend. The best plot of all time, the best storyline of all time, amazing characters, great fights. I mean, if you're making a tier list, there's no way you can put them. If you want to put Naruto and Dragon Ball fights S, and I mean, One Piece is A at the lowest. It's A at the lowest. If not, and they have top 5 fights ever, probably in anime, at the very least top 7. I mean, like I said, great characters. The only thing that's really bad is the pacing, and the One Piece fans know that, but it takes them hard to admit it. They don't want to admit it, but they know that. And the thing about One Piece is what they have an upside. Also, they have a lot of upside because, I mean, their show can really only get better and better. Really, with how many episodes it is, and the One Piece too many episodes. I don't know what y'all talking about there. Like, just watch the episodes; they're fire. Everything is fire. It doesn't get good until, like, I'm saying what they say where it's like it doesn't get good to 200. It's not true. Is the first arc the greatest? No, but once it gets to Baratie and Arlong and Nami's arc, which is Arlong, and then Alabasta, it wasn't my favorite, but it was still good. And then once you get to Skypiea, which is episode 150, and it's different. Ever since then, it's different. And then until Time Skip, and then Time Skip is a little, but Time Skip is still very good. It's just not as good as Free Time Skip. That's all. But it's good from the beginning, man. It really is. And it's like I said, the One Piece fans are gonna stay strong for a while. 2023 is probably gonna be the best year of One Piece. And they still have so much that unraveled information that is so peak, because there's so much that has to happen in this anime that it's like it's just gonna get better and better. So One Piece fans, they're strong. They have stuff to defend. Their anime is absolutely goated. I just think they're biased and their pacing is garbage. But yeah, and they don't give other animes a chance. Like, they don't want to give any other anime credit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't, like, the Naruto was One Piece. Like y'all are both goats, man. Y'all are both goats. There's no point of arguing. But the One Piece fans are OD about it. Like, Naruto fans know One Piece is good, but then they'll just shit on Naruto. I've met One Piece fans. It's like my duty to shit. That's like, quote unquote, it's my duty to shit on Naruto. Like, bro, like, what is you talking about, my guy? Like, Naruto's one of the greatest animes of all time. Just share the throne. Like, y'all are both goated, man. Like, they want to say every other anime's ass. One Piece is better than One Piece is better in every way. Like, it's not true. One Piece does not have the best villains. One Piece is not the best fight, not the best pacing. You know, if you want to say plot, okay. I mean, if you want to say plot, I gotta mention AOT. I don't know if y'all have as good a plot as AOT. My top 3 plots are Naruto, AOT, and One Piece in no specific order. And I don't know. AOT, like, it's hard to put it over AOT, but whatever. Okay, world building, same thing. What I said. Okay. But like, y'all are the best in some things, and y'all, I mean, are the go to anime. 1,000 episodes of greatness, and y'all just are gonna keep going. Y'all, I mean, I know y'all have the best manga of all time for sure. Y'all definitely have the best manga of all time, but manga and anime is different. Manga and anime is so different. A lot of people say that the anime is a disgrace to the manga, and with the pacing, it's not a blasphemous statement. But obviously, One Piece anime is amazing, though. It's a top 3 anime, so that's how good it is. At least it's a top 3 anime. And who knows? My top 3 anime are Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball. Right? None of these animes are really done, except for Naruto. But whatever you want to consider Boruto, whatever. I'm not gonna say anything officially until all these animes are done, because the thing about One Piece is, like I said, they have stuff on their side because their anime hasn't finished and still has a long way to go, and it's just gonna get better and better and better because of the plot they build up with what has to happen. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, peak moments are just gonna keep happening and happening and happening, and it's one of the greatest animes of all time, nonetheless. But it's one of the worst fan bases of all time. But that's what it is. Cult fan bases. Youngboy, the greatest rapper of all time. Cult fan base. I mean, Youngboy fans spit facts though, for sure. One Piece fans, they spit facts, but they're biased. They spit, but the biasness is ridiculous. The biasness is bad. Like, it's really bad. Especially Zoroarks. Zoroarks are the worst. I'm trying to tell y'all. But those are my top 3 worst anime fan bases. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I do appreciate the support. This was a good video, man. I'm gonna catch you on the next. Hey, let me know what y'all want to see any other anime discussion videos. I appreciate y'all's support. Peace.